Hey folks, SC Closer here. Friends call me Vic. This is another episode of Vic C Stories and Tall Tales. Today is going to be pretty funny. I got to show you this. Okay, I've been called out. I've been called out. My buddy Woofer, that I mentioned in other stories, he's called me out. He said, "You do not look like the Vic I knew." And this is why. I came on there the other day with this Tripoli hat. Okay, got this Tripoli hat here. Got the EM2 Vic on there, right? And I had put this hat on, right? Now, Woofer's telling me that that's not the way he remembers me. And so, Woofer, you got a good memory. I'm gonna pull out an old Tripoli hat that I had, okay? This is one that I had put at one time. It was red, white, and blue. I did this with, what do you call it, white out and red and blue markers. I wore this hat for a long time, and then finally, I don't know, we got a new division officer or something. He didn't like the fact that I had modified this hat. But you see on here, it also says EM2 Vic, okay? So this is a hat like I used to wear. Now, the problem with this hat is that it's broken. I had taped it together and everything. It's been through it. But this is what Woofer was talking about. And this one doesn't want to go on real good, but I used to fold my hats, and I'd have a crease in it here. And the reason why is because I would take this and stick it in my back pocket when I wasn't wearing it on the ship. I got another one here that I had. It's in better shape, that I had replaced with the other, but at least this one here still works. So I'll put this hat on, and okay, Woofer, you see that? It's squared off. So now, Woofer, you see that I'm not an imposter. Original Tripoli hat. All right. So now that we've been talking about Woofer, and I'm sure everybody's just thrilled by this little demonstration, let me tell you another Woofer story. This happened it had been in 1988. It was after the deployment, and we were back in San Diego, and I had already rebuilt the engine in my 396, or in my 68 Chevelle. I think we bored it 30 over, made a 402 out of it. And anyway, we were going out to go somewhere, me and Woofer. I think it was on a Sunday. It was probably around noon. And we were leaving the ship, and we went out to the car and went to crank it up, and we heard something under the hood, and the alternator light came on. So I turned it off, we popped the hood, and one of my pulleys had broken, and it was the pulley on the crank. And the pulley had broken, and when it broke, the belt flew off. And that ran the water pump, and I think it ran the alternator also. And that's all I had on that car. Didn't have air conditioning or anything like that. So let me tell you a little bit about a Sunday in San Diego in 1988. There's not much open, folks. There's not much open. And this was a 68 model car, so the car was like 20 years old at the time. It's not like I'm going to go to the auto parts store and buy a pulley for it. There's no dealerships that are going to be open that's going to have a pulley for it. Somebody might have had an aftermarket pulley that would fit it, but nobody was going to be open on Sunday. So there was no way I was going to get this pulley. So what we did is we went and pulled it off, and Woofer took it back to the machine shop, because Woofer was a machinist. And he found a little block of billet aluminum. He found a block of that in the shop that was in the scrap bin, or the scrap barrel. And he pulled it out, and he took measurements, and he made me a billet aluminum crank pulley for that car. And we went back out and put it back on once he got done. And by 4 o'clock that afternoon, we were leaving the base, and I had probably one of the few 68 Chevelle Super Sports with a big block 396 with a billet aluminum pulley. So that was a really cool story. I'm going to tell you other stories about how we made things on the ship. But that was a really good story, and I thought about that, and all because of Woofer. So Woofer, when you see this one, you will see that I do have the squared off hats. Okay. As SC Closer, I'm signing off. Catch y'all next time.